Hello everybody! Welcome back to another episode of Those Car Dudes, and as you probably already know if you've seen the previous video that I uploaded, I am really enjoying my new car. This is my new car, a BMW 328i E36, and it is a lovely car, but there's a couple of things I've had to do on it recently, and one of those things was the front lower control arm bushings, or wishbone bushings. And instead of going for a stock bushing to replace, I decided to get some Powerflex ones. These are a lot stiffer, a lot more rigid. They got a lifetime warranty on them, and surprisingly, they're pretty easy to install. They come with instructions, which are really cool, because they have diagrams, pictures, and all the good stuff on there. So it's really simple stuff, and everything you need is in the kit. So today I'm going to be showing you how to install lower control arm bushings on your BMW E36. Check it out. In the kit you're going to get a couple of things. The first of all being this big purple bushing. You get two of those, and also with the smaller black little bushing in the center of it, you're going to get two of those, also one for each side. And you're also going to get a little silver packet of like high temperature grease that you can apply to the bushings later on. And not only that, you're also going to get a little silver washer, two of those, one for each side. So the first thing you want to do is jack up your car. Ow, my foot. If your car's too low to get the jack stalk thing underneath it, try using an old shifter if you got one lying around. This came out of my E30. Works wonders. It's perfect length. Dropping the rim. Sweet, so once you got the wheel off and your car's jacked up on jack stands, you can go underneath your car, as you can see as I'm doing, and you can locate where your lower control arm bushing is and then undo those two bolts there. Once you've taken those two bolts out, you can have a good look at your bushing. If it's anything like mine and cracked around the edges, it's time for it to be replaced. Then I just put a piece of wood under the lower arm and under the car to keep it pointing down, and it won't move around while I'm cutting out the old bushing. Now this, my friends, is the Bosch PMF 180E Multi. It's a very inexpensive sort of multi-tool thing where you could get interchangeable blades on it, and you can use it from, I don't know, cabinets to cars to anything really. So there's a narrow blade and a wider blade there, and you can change them out and just use it for so many different things, and it was really helpful for what we are about to do. As you can see, for this part of the job I've chosen a narrower blade to get around all the little bits in the bushing, and I'm cutting out any bits that connect the inside of the bushing to the outside so that I can free up the bushing and be able to eventually wiggle the housing off the lower arm. Once you've cut all the way around it, you should be able to wiggle the housing off with your hand like that, and as you can see, beautiful, it's all cut around it. Now I'm putting a block of wood under the lower arm again just to keep it steady, and I've chosen a wider blade this time on my multi-tool to cut off the remaining rubber and alloy sleeve over the pin of the lower arm. Once you've cut all the way through, it's time to get your screwdriver and your hammer, and I've actually wiggled this out already a little bit, but you just stuff your flathead screwdriver in the crack of the sleeve and bend it out like so,
and then you should be able to twist it off with your hand. It may need a bit of tapping from the hammer on the back of the screwdriver, but it should come off fairly easily. And there it is, off it comes, easy as that. As you can see, what I've done here is I've taken the bracket for the bushing, or the housing, whatever you'd rather call it, and I've put it in a vise, and then I've put the blade from my handsaw in the middle of the bracket, and I've attached it to my handsaw, slowly sawing through the remaining rubber of the old bushing and also the metal ring of the old bushing that surrounds the rubber in the inside of the bracket. And I'm sawing all the way through that. I've got to keep sawing until I'm through without cutting the bracket, of course.
Hot.
Once you've burnt your fingers on the blade, you want to go get a flathead screwdriver and a hammer, and you just want to start tapping the area where you've cut. You want to bend one side of the remaining ring upward into the inside of the bracket. Once you've done that on one side, you can pull the bracket out, flip it around, and then start tapping it on the other side, and then your metal ring should start bending toward the middle, therefore making it looser in the housing, and you can just tap it out with a hammer like I'm doing here. Use a flathead screwdriver if you need to, and just slowly tap that out until it pops right out. There we go, and you're left with your metal bracket. There's the old bushing housing, and now I've got a bit of sandpaper, just some real fine stuff, and I'm just sanding the inside of the bracket so that the new bushing doesn't slip around in there and it gets a nice tight fit. Once you've sanded the inside of the bracket for the bushing, you can start sanding down the pin on your lower arm. Yeah, man. Alright, so this is your lubricant that we talked about earlier, the stuff that comes in the pack, the bronze stuff. And what I'm doing here is I'm just rubbing it on the inside of the bushing. So I'm rubbing on the inside, all the bits on the inside. You don't want to put it on the outside because you want a good grip in the metal bracket, but you do want it on the inside, so there's a little bit of movement and play for the two bushings together, the black middle one and the inside of the big purple one. You just want to keep applying that until it's covered nice and evenly in the inside of the bushing. As you can see, I'm even doing the edge there where the, I guess you could say, top hat of the black bushing goes. Yo, so once you've done that, you just want to get a dry rag and you just want to wipe the pin of the lower arm quickly just to get any excess dust or grit off that, and then just going to pop your metal washer over that. Then you're going to wiggle your black little top hat bushing. That's what I call it. It's not called that, but it looks like a top hat and it's black, so you know, it is what it is, don't get it twisted. But in this case you do need to twist it. Actually, you need to twist it on. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. Took me a couple of minutes. You just want to twist it on till it's hard up against the bushing on the lower arm like so. Yeah. Now you want to get your bracket for your purple bushing, and you want to make sure that you line it up the correct way, because you'd hate to put the bushing in the wrong way and get it all bolted up and you realize it's the wrong way. So you make sure it's the right way before you put the bushing in. Pick up your big purple bushing, and you can just push that in your fingers. It's not too much of a tight fit, pretty easy to push in. That's what's so great about these bushings, they're so easy to install. It's great. And once that's in, just pop it onto your other black bushing there. Yeah, solid. Now this bit took a little while. I actually got someone to give me a hand just lining up the bolt holes, but once they're lined up, you pretty much just put those two bolts back in, tighten them up, and look at that. Man, that looks fresh. I love the little purple bushings underneath my car. Makes it look so good. Looks great. Looks like a race car. No, not really. But anyway, now it's time to put your wheels back on. And if you don't know how to do this, well, I can't help you. But Just put the lug nut second. Nah, just kidding, I'm not going to tell you how to put a wheel back on. Oh, pull up them tongues in your shoes, make sure you look fresh while you do it. Oh, them muscles, look at those calves. Sheesh, this guy, eh, what a big guy. And tighten them up, and then you are done.
As you can see, the install is pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. I didn't go through really any problems at all, which is quite surprising. Usually when I work on cars, it takes longer than expected. Something goes wrong. But no, it was really, really simple. I really recommend Powerflex. I'm not getting paid to say that. My YouTube channel's small. But they are a little bit more pricey, but they are good quality and they have a lifetime warranty. And most importantly, they are easy to install. So think about that if you are upgrading any kind of bushing on your car. They make bushings for most cars. Which is really cool. I'm really enjoying them. There's obviously not a huge difference. They're just a couple of rubber bushings, but I do feel like the steering's a little bit tighter, a little bit more rigid in the corners, which is always a good thing. So I really like them, and I'm really happy with how the car turned out with those. Also, thank you so much, guys, for subscribing. For those of you who have already subscribed, we hit that over that 100 subscriber mark a few weeks ago, which is really exciting. And I just want to say thank you for all of you. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and support us in what we're doing. That would be awesome. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. We're going to have some more videos out very soon. It is summer here now, so we can have a lot more time to do things. Unfortunately, sometimes it's just going to be me, and when some of the other boys are doing work and doing all sorts of other things, and sometimes I'm working and not free, so sometimes we can't film together, but sometimes we can. So hopefully we will get some more videos of our four-wheel drive adventures or something very soon. So I'm really excited for that. Stay tuned, peace out, and yeah, have a great one, and we'll see you next time.
Oh man, that is what I'm talking about. Look at the purple. Look at the purple. What's up now, player?